Have you ever wondered why you reach for that extra cookie even when you're not actually hungry? It's a question that touches the core of our eating habits. Many of us have been led to believe that hunger is the sole driving force behind our eating patterns. Yet, this is far from the truth. In reality, eating is often less about physical need and more about emotional satisfaction. We might eat for fun, to combat boredom, or to ease stress. Sometimes we use food as a plaster to fill an internal void, a void that should ideally be filled with immaterial things. This is where misconceptions creep in. We tend to see food as a source of comfort, a pastime, or even a reward. But when we start listening to our body, we realize that we should only eat what our body needs to function. Understanding your body's needs is the first step towards a healthier lifestyle. And that, dear listeners, is the hidden truth behind our eating habits. The mind is a powerful tool, but it can sometimes lead us astray when it comes to food. We've all been there, sitting in front of the TV with a bag of chips or a bowl of ice cream, eating not because we're hungry, but because we're bored, sad, or stressed. This is a classic example of emotional eating, a habit that can be a major hurdle in the pursuit of weight loss. You see, our brains are hardwired to seek out rewards. In the past, food was a scarce resource, so our ancestors' brains evolved to associate food with pleasure as a survival mechanism. Today, food is abundant, but our brains still reward us with a hit of dopamine every time we eat, especially when we consume foods high in sugar, fat, or salt. But there's more to it than just brain chemistry. Our society plays a role too. We celebrate with food, we comfort with food, we even express love with food. In doing so, we often confuse emotional hunger with physical hunger, leading us to eat when our bodies don't actually need nourishment. The problem with emotional eating is that it doesn't fix emotional problems, it usually makes them worse. After the temporary pleasure of eating passes, the feelings that triggered the eating remain, and often you'll also feel guilty for overeating. The key is to listen to your body, not your mind's cravings. By understanding our emotional triggers and developing healthier coping mechanisms, we can break the cycle of emotional eating and take a major step towards achieving our weight loss goals. Imagine a world where you only ate what your body needed, a world where you're in tune with your body's signals and needs, rather than being led astray by emotional cravings or societal pressures. This is the concept of mindful eating, a practice that promotes a healthy relationship with food and your body. Our bodies communicate with us. They send signals when they need nourishment and when they're satisfied. However, we often confuse these signals with emotional cravings. We use food as a distraction, a form of entertainment, or a way to fill a void. But food is primarily fuel for our bodies, and we need to relearn how to listen to our bodies. Mindful eating is about slowing down and paying attention. It's about savoring each bite and noticing the textures, flavors, and sensations. It's about recognizing when you're truly hungry and when you've had enough. But it's not just about the act of eating. It's also about the choices we make, choosing whole nutritious foods that nourish our bodies rather than empty calories that leave us feeling unfulfilled. It's about making food decisions that align with our body's needs, not our emotions. Mindful eating is a journey that takes practice, but it's a journey worth embarking on. It's a step towards a healthier, happier you. Because when you eat what your body needs, you'll find that you're not only healthier, but also happier. So, you want to lose weight quickly and healthily? The answer may be simpler than you think. Let's recap what we've discovered. We've unveiled that often we use food as a distraction, a means to fill an internal void that should be filled with immaterial things. We've delved into the psychology of overeating, understanding that it's an issue of control, not lack of willpower. And we've emphasized that we should only consume what our body truly needs to function efficiently. The simple truth is that fast, healthy weight loss is achieved through eating less, fasting, and a minimum amount of exercising. It's about understanding and listening to our bodies, not our cravings or our desires for momentary satisfaction. If you found these insights valuable and want to learn more about psychology and weight loss, consider subscribing to our channel. We'll continue to break down complex psychological concepts into simple truths. Remember, the journey to a healthier you starts in the mind. Start listening to your body, not your cravings.